now. No, I won't back down. Taking my shot now. Make you my background. I'm rising up now. No, I won't back down. Taking my shot now. Make you my background.
Well, this one looks like it's going to be another doozy, don't it?
Yeah, it looks like the rats made him a good home here.
You can tell it's been sitting outside for quite some time now.
Yep.
I don't remember when she said they parked it, but I think back in the, gosh, was it in the 80s or something?
I think so.
It was a while on back. Said it was just a brake issue, but I bet we've got more issues than that now.
I bet so. Old age will set in and make everything stiff.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't real sure on this motor what we even had here. Come across it and had a V8 distributor in it, but only half the motor there.
Right, yeah, I don't know anything about internationals. Never have messed with one.
Yeah. I read up on them a little bit. I don't know much either, but I've had some old Jeeps that had that, you know, that 304 V8. And I think this is kind of based off the design of that, and they use the distributor. You just skip every other wire there, I believe. But
just have to know which one to get started with, so you know where to skip.
Yeah, we'll have to look up the firing order because they've got the plug wires pulled loose and actually missing one plug wire. But I don't know, as long as it's not locked up, get it turning over, get a battery on it, you know, and get some fuel and some fire.
Yeah, a few wires chewed up, but I don't think it's anything that's going to affect what we're trying to get started.
No, we'll just simplify it and run it with that coil wire, and I figure they'll get all this mess cleaned out of the way. That way nothing's dropping anywhere, nothing's coming out to get us.
Something fighting for its home.
Yeah. You think just grab a vacuum cleaner and try to suck up as much as we can?
I think so, and trash can maybe.
Yeah, just scoop it out.
Yep.
All right. I'll go grab that, and I guess we'll get us started on a cleaner workspace anyways.
Okay.
So we purchased this Scout around about 2 months ago. Unfortunately, we were just now able to get it back to the shop. I mean, we've been getting a whole lot of rain down here in Texas, and that pasture had just been super boggy at the time. Now that we've got it inside the shop, me and Dad are both eager to see if we can get some life restored back into this thing. Now, it's been sitting for quite some time now. I believe she said back in the early 80s they parked it for a brake issue, but I know that we probably got a lot more issues than that to worry with now. We're going to go ahead and clean up where an animal has been living in it, you can tell, and hopefully they've done packed their bags and left for another state. All in all, once we get it all cleaned up, once we see what we got, see if we can get it to turn over, get a little gas, get a little fire, get her on down the road. Some big old pieces there.
music everywhere, burning light through it. Just a red light running right through it. I do it, I do it. For my people, for my team, for anybody trying to give a dream. Back in the day when it was just a dream. Now look at me, on top of the mountain.
I think that's got it good enough. There's some stuff that ain't gonna be gotten out of here until we pressure wash it or blow it out or something. But
Yep.
at least we can pull the plugs if we got to and see the plugs at this point.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that'll be our first step. Go ahead and get something on that crank there and see if we can get it to turn over. But we can go ahead and pull the plugs first if you think it might be a good idea.
It probably wouldn't hurt. Go ahead
That
and put
way
a little
it'll
oil
turn
in it.
over a
Yep.
little easier. Well, I'll go grab some tools. Let's get them plugs out of it and pray that she's not locked up anyways.
Right.
Once we move past that step, that's the hard part.
Yep.
If it's not locked up, it
You'll
should
get
run.
something. Yep.
All right, I'll go grab some tools.
Okay, we've got most of all the trash cleaned off of this. Our next step is to take the plugs out, try to get a little oil or something down in there to help kind of lube things up before we try to turn this thing over. After they've set a while, they tend to kind of get a little bit of rust or something from maybe moisture or anything like that that gets down in there on them cylinders. So we're just going to give it a little bit of help, take the plugs out so it doesn't have near the compression that it has to work again, and then try to free it up down there on the crank.
Having any luck?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Oh, that's good. It'll come out and break off.
Yeah. I've had that happen before.
It's a little old carburetor, ain't it?
It sure is.
Bunch of stuff got down in it probably. huh?
Yeah, I tried to suck it out, but there's little sticks that just could not pull up out of there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, probably gonna have to pull that carburetor off.
It probably,
Ain't too old to plug though, are they?
no, but it ain't the prettiest looking thing on the end either.
No.
But
I think probably go ahead and just put a little oil or transmission fluid, something to lubricate.
I
those
think
up a
so,
little bit.
yeah. I think it's, any little thing will help it.
Yeah. I'll go grab a little bit of whatever I can find to put down in there and see if I can't figure out what size bolt we've got there on the crank to go ahead and try to turn it over.
Turn it over.
real
Are you
quick.
ready? Hopefully I won't get these plug wires mixed up. Ain't that a joke?
I don't know if you got enough room to get that in there.
Yeah, I believe I do.
Squirt it down in there or not.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get them all out, and then I can go crazy with the oil.
Let's see what size bolt that is on that crank there. You can tell that old belt ain't moved in a while.
It looked like it was froze on up here at the alternator.
Yeah. It's pretty big. Let's see what I can't find. Got any oil in it?
It sounds like it's squirting. Yeah, it's squirting. So I say, it felt like it was coming through the thing there, but I couldn't tell the way I was holding it. So I just think the smell of oil might be enough to lubricate this thing. It's probably thirsty for some kind of something.
It's got a bunch of grime down there on everything really. So it's hard to determine what size they are. Break all that stuff off, they're a lot smaller.
I think I'm just about out of oil, but I think I got some in all of them.
I'm gonna grab some bigger sockets. How's that oil look?
It looks really good.
Dark?
No, it's like it's just been changed.
Huh.
I don't think I squirted that much oil down through the
That looks like that's it. May have to have a small extension, but
What size? You got a 1/2 inch drive?
yeah. Need a 1/2 inch extension now. I guess I got one here. I'm gonna try this out.
Any luck?
I got it on there, it just isn't wanting to move.
Need some kind of a cheater.
We got a light where I can see a
Yeah.
little better. Yeah. See what I'm working with, so. Yeah, I may need a little, if we've got a small, I ain't got but about a, maybe a foot of
Maybe a
length I
foot.
can use here.
Okay.
Ugh, man, that ain't good.
Right here, right beside you.
Find something?
Yeah. Look over the
I think
whole
that
shop,
might-
maybe it'll reach. That's the shortest thing I can see.
Yeah, I need to get an extension on there, but there's not enough room to,
Get a really short extension.
yeah, really short. Or longer socket.
What size was it?
Not sure.
That size.
That size, yeah. Man, yeah, it ain't wanting to move. Huh. Trying to go back the other way. Hopefully it don't just, well, unscrew the bolt, maybe.
You have to get your foot against it, put some foot pounds on it.
Man, it is not wanting to move. Whew. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, I can.
You can try. A little more strength than me.
I can make it sound like it's harder anyways. I grunt really well.
Like I said, that socket, if it was a little bit deeper, would help some, but. Oh, you got it. There we go. That's satisfying, but so disappointing as my status of being a man.
Wisdom's what got that gray hair.
Well, it is moving,
Yeah, it's getting easier.
is it?
Yeah.
That water pump might not be no good. It sounds really crusty. Getting a little easier though?
Yeah. A lot easier.
I thought, man, this could be we've had some before that have been a month's worth of waiting on them to try to break free.
Oh, got my fingers up in the blade. Still all 5 of them there. Yeah, that socket's just not quite.
Yeah. Well, now that we've got it loose, we can get a battery on this thing and try to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Get up from underneath there. I'm glad it went over us.
I'm glad that I let you feel like you had a victory on it.
I seen that you got it loose and then kind of give me the break here.
Yeah, I can't win them all, so.
I think it was that belt that was holding it in there.
It may have been, and if that water pump was halfway froze up too.
Yeah.
But anyways, I know that we want to let it turn over a decent amount before we get too involved. But I don't even see any. You see the battery cables, or where? I guess the battery would have been here.
I seen this hanging down there. There's no part of it too.
Yeah, that's hard to see.
Goes to the starter.
That's a hot.
There's the nut.
And then they got the red wire for the ground. Well, let's clean them up a little bit, and I'll go grab a battery. Put it on there. The good thing is the key was inside it.
Yeah.
So we ain't got to worry about hot wiring it unless the ignition's no good.
Or wrong key.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab that battery, see if we can find that something to clean them up with a little bit.
Okay.
I want to hear it turn over.
Me too. Yep.
Now I have to say, when that motor was partially locked up, I had a little bit of a concern. But now that she's free, we're going to put a battery on it and see if she'll turn over. Cleaning up all right?
Yeah, I found me a good old Craftsman battery cable cleaner.
I have to take these side posts off this thing. Well, yeah, it should reach. Everything should work.
It's kind of nasty looking on this one. Oh, it's gonna clean up good though.
Well, I'm glad to know that thing turned over.
Yep.
Now, as long as the starter's good. I can't believe I think that's the best looking battery tray
Yeah.
I've seen on something that's been sitting for a while.
Usually we've got a 2x4 or
Yeah.
something that's on it that.
Just kind of check it, I guess, at first. Make sure we don't pop her.
Starter engaged.
Yeah. Good?
Yep, we're good.
Go ahead and connect her on up, then I'll try it out. Everything out of the way, assuming. We were turning it over, nothing was
nothing was trying
crazy.
to pull forward or nothing, so it's out of gear.
I think I pretty much got everything, those pieces that were in there, I could reach that the vacuum didn't get, so I think we're good on that.
Okay.
You may go ahead and try to give it a shot?
If we don't, we're just going to be sitting here looking at it, I guess.
Yeah. Try it out. All right, here we go.
All right.
Uh-oh. Turning over, ain't it?
Yeah.
Not very fast, but it is turning over.
Yep.
Cool.
It's faster than I was going.
One step closer anyways, huh?
Yep. A lot closer, really.
Ain't turning over the greatest, but I'm sure the more we mess with it, it'll probably get a lot better.
Right.
I don't know how hot that battery is either, but probably need to go ahead and, I guess now that we got it turning over, see if we can get it to get a little spark, huh?
A little spark, and then
It's crazy to me, this distributor cap. You can tell something's done got in there, and I mean, they may have capped some of them off with something anyways, because they would have only used 4 of them, but just weird that they would not make a...
yeah.
And maybe they did. Maybe someone just put that on there.
Right.
But from what I read, they used that V8 cap on this 4-cylinder motor.
I guess it was easier to just use an old like that than mass produce something else. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we figure out the firing order where number 1 is, and then we'll just clean Probably need to check the points though, huh? And
Yeah.
see if they're,
Yeah.
take that cap off. And,
Yeah, it's hard. Dirt daubers could have got down in there. They'll get in anywhere.
as long as the points are there. Yeah.
Yep, I see them there.
Button, little burn at the top of it there. Not as rough looking as what I was expecting though.
No, we've seen them a lot worse. Like I said, sometimes you'll get in there and it just be packed full of dirt daubers.
Yeah. Or rust.
Or packed full of nothing. It'd be just empty there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bad thing when stuff sets so long. It sure does get a lot easier to rob parts off
Right.
of it if you need it for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see the condenser there, but
I see the points. I can't tell much about them from this angle.
oh yeah, they're pretty nasty. Wish this thing would turn over. Just ain't going to with that, is it? Belt's slipping.
Yep.
Almost needed to bump it just a hair. So I can get to clean
to
them a
that
little
low.
better. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Got fire?
I left the key on. Well,
Let me take his battery loose.
yeah. Yeah, that sparked me pretty good. I could hear it. Well, I don't think it's going to take a lot to get them sparking. Got me sparking already.
Yeah, I got a screwdriver here. I can kind of, if you can pry it outwards a little bit, I can get behind it. And
Yeah. Let's hook that up and just see if it's sparking. It may already be sparking. Like I said, I felt it. I'll go in there and turn it over if you want to see if you can see any spark there.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. No, they're not even opening up.
Oh, really?
No.
Huh. May have to be readjusted then.
Yeah, I couldn't see them opening at all, so.
Let me bump it a little more. Tell me when that lands in a good spot where I can get to them a little easier.
Okay. Just a little bump. Yeah, a little more. Yeah, a little more. Right there.
Work?
Yep. Got it on a lobe, I don't know. It still doesn't look like it's open, so.
Let me grab a little Allen where I can go ahead and adjust those out just a little bit more. And once we get them opening and closing, I think we'll be a lot closer to. I know that coil's good. Yeah, I know that, so I felt that. Get them adjusted a little more, and I bet we'll be pretty close to getting some spark.
Right.
I have no idea what size that thing's gonna be. It's pretty small.
Start at the smallest, work your way up. Be easier than going from the biggest to the smallest.
Oh, wrong way. It's opening them some. That probably need to be set though.
Right. Well, we can see if it's going to spark at least.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try it out and see if that helped any. It kind of looks like that little piece of plastic that rubs against the shaft on the
Oh, yeah,
distributor is wore down, so got brittle and broke off, I'm sure. So we may have to end up putting a set of points on it, which
okay.
eventually we will, but
Right.
it's kind of cool to see them, kind of if we can get them up and running with what was left there years ago.
Right.
I'll
To
try.
know that that's not what the issue was.
Yeah, I'll try it out real quick. Here we go.
Okay. We're opening, but we're not getting any spark.
Are they closing decent?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're closing.
They are closing?
Yeah.
Go ahead and clean them a little better.
It's in a really bad spot.
Yeah, all these hoses are in a bad spot. The way this thing's designed's in a bad spot.
Looks like the back side of it, the opposite side you're working on there is kind of,
Yeah.
what I can tell from this direction.
Just can't hardly work with my left hand. Oh yeah, that top one's really bad. Pine cone. Wonder where that goes. Not inside there. Huh? Well, she gonna run?
Yeah, it'll run.
Eventually, huh?
Yeah. If it don't, we'll drag it back out in the woods and leave it.
Nah, that ain't happening. No, I was pretty happy we found this old truck.
I was too.
I haven't, I've always been more fond of the first generation Broncos because these look a lot alike, but the market on them has just went crazy. So Scouts is getting there though.
Yeah.
They're kind of following along in the tracks.
Yep.
So these just got a really cool shape to them, I feel like. They're small.
Yeah.
Still not. I may actually have to pull them off to clean them a little bit. That top one's set pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Try it one more time. Yeah, we're sparking.
Felt like I could hear it that time. Sparking pretty good?
Yeah.
I think we'll call that good. You want to go ahead and get the plugs cleaned up, and I'll go out to our boneyard and see if I can find a wire we can steal off something that's been sitting 40 years besides this.
Well, I'm sure we've got something out there that's at least this age.
Yeah. Just take a wire wheel, clean those up.
Right.
I'll go get a plug wire, and hopefully she'll be talking to us before too long.
All right, sounds good to me.
So we were pretty fortunate when we found this old truck out there that a lot of the parts hadn't already been robbed off of it. We were missing just a measly little old spark plug wire here. I was able to rob one of them off of another old vehicle we had here at the shop. Now we have an issue with the distributor cap here. You can tell a dirt dauber has built up nest in all these little holes here. So I'm just going to try to clean that out the best I can. Clean it up on the inside real good there. Yes, we'll go ahead and replace all this stuff once we get it up and running. It's just really cool to see if you can get them up and alive with them parts that have been sitting around for who knows how long. So I got Dad cleaning up the spark plugs. We'll get them put back in, get all this cleaned up. Hopefully we'll be getting a little fire, put a little gas down that carburetor, and hopefully she'll fire up and talk to us. Having any luck?
Yep. Last one here, so.
I found an old wire off that old gremlin out there. Should work, as long as it's long enough.
Right.
I tried to clean this up best I could, but them things done packed down in there pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing how well they can pack stuff.
Yeah. If it don't work, then we'll address that at the time being, but
Right.
I think it will work. We're still going to have to figure out the firing order on this though. I know that it skips every other wire, I believe, every other post there, so I guess we'll start putting it back together. And the firing order is 1342. Did find that out. So.
Okay.
You can just figure out where 1, 3, 4, 2. I see on the manifold there it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So they're just.
See, a 1 at the front and a 4 at the back earlier, so I
Yeah.
figured 2 and 3 were in the middle.
Get this button put back on here. Plugs clean up pretty good.
Yeah, they cleaned up pretty good. Luckily, they weren't real old.
Yeah.
A little carboned, but it'll be okay.
Get that thing on there the right way. Doing all the good if I make that square fit inside that circle hole there.
Being plastic, you can make it.
Yeah.
Plastic has a lot of good things, but keeping its shape is not one of them, especially whenever it's pushed. Well, going in really easy.
Yeah.
Hope that's a good sign.
I hope she don't give any problems. Maybe we won't have to pull that carburetor off, but like I said, I think we got it pretty much everything that was, it was big stuff at least.
Right,
so.
yeah.
Figure out how this thing goes back on there. Like so. I think that's it. We did have a, yeah, I had the cool wire.
Yeah, I had cool wire.
I'll say I may have to search for one more. Couldn't find a whole lot of information other than the firing order on it. So.
Right.
But it didn't show exactly where, you know, number 1 top dead center is, which we can, I've seen some pictures. Kind of looks like it's back here. So I say we can start with that one, number 1, 1, 3, 4, 2, try it out. And if not, we'll move them around that extra spot. Try it out that way. This is number 1 missing, right?
Well, of course, all of them are missing, so we'll call it number 1. Works for me.
So 1, and then 3.
I guess any of them you want. It shows this is the next one, but I don't know if that's...
Just whichever way it
Whichever.
looks like it'll reach the best. Just give me 3 and I'll plug it in. Which one you want to use 3? That one?
That one is 3. It's going to be the... Well, yeah.
Work?
Yeah, it'll work.
And then 4.
I've got plenty here, so take what you need.
Run it up underneath that one.
The rats chewed that one up pretty good, didn't they?
2. Oh yeah, wow, I didn't notice that. Yeah. Two.
All right.
So that's got plugs in, that's got cap on, wires ran. Hopefully, fingers crossed for the right way. It'll let us know real quick if they're not right.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go grab a little gas, pour down in it, and see what it does.
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna let us win that easy, but you never know.
That's right.
Getting fire, getting gas. Hopefully we've got compression.
We'll have ignition.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll sound that good.
Yeah. I'll go grab some gas real
All right.
quick.
Now that we've got the plug wires on, we're not for sure whether it's in the right order or not yet. That's something we'll have to find out once we start to try to crank this thing up. If it fires up and goes, we got it right. If it doesn't, we'll start chasing plug wires around. find some?
Yeah, here's a little bit of something to drink. Dehydrated, huh? Well, I guess I'll turn it over and see what it does. If it tries to crank, I don't know if it will. Just see if you can keep it running with a little gas. But we could be off on these wires. I mean, that's a very strong possibility.
Right.
We'll see what it does real quick. Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
I hear something sparking somewhere.
I hear something sparking. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was looking, but I didn't see.
We're losing. I wonder if it's in this coil wire. So I could hear something sparking all the way in there. I'll turn it over again, see if you can see.
Fire jump.
Yeah, if you see it sparking somewhere. There we go.
Okay. I don't see it, but I can sure hear it.
I can hear it big time. Watch that coil. It's going to be somewhere around that, I bet. Maybe even that wire running off of it there. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, it's jumping over from it. I've seen it jump from there to there.
It's jumping where? On the wire?
From the wire to the boat there. You can feel it. I grabbed the wire just to see if it would shock me, and I could feel it, the pulse of it in there.
Yeah. Let's see real quick here. I'm not sure why it'd be jumping across there. You can't actually see it sparking though?
I did one. Like I said, it just kind of shot right, just one spark.
Try it
across there.
again.
I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing it.
I can still hear something popping.
Yeah.
I think we might be losing fire at our coil there.
Yeah.
If it's
like I
got
said,
a crack
it
or
could be
something,
cracked
and
up
it
at
could
the
be
top, yeah.
sparking over to the block or whatever.
Yeah. Or maybe a wire that's bare or something. It's hard to say.
Right. Because you can hear it sparking. There's
Yeah.
no way. You can't see it, but I know it's going somewhere. You think we should try to pull that coil off and just replace it, see if there's anything? I mean, it's worth a shot.
It's worth a
huh?
shot. I mean, we're not getting anything right now.
Well, we know we're getting spark
Spark,
at the plugs. I mean, at the points there, but it could be just losing it though, not getting what it needs.
Right.
I say let's pull that coil off, try it out. I mean, at this point, it's not doing anything much more than that.
I mean, it's worth a try, like I said. If not, then we know which step to take next.
Yeah.
5/16 maybe.
Oh, it's hot. Well, I left the key on. Disconnect the battery there. So I know we're getting juice to it, that's for sure. Everything looks okay as far as wires go. Hard to tell though.
Right.
Ends kind of. Yeah, it ain't factory, that's for sure. Come out of there.
There you go. Looks original.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look. It's got a whole piece busted off
yeah,
of it
sure,
right
yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, I guarantee you that thing was sparking across I don't know why we couldn't see it though, but you could definitely hear it.
Which side is that? The back side of it?
Yeah, that's the positive side.
Yeah, it's probably. When we
So it was jumping across before it would feed down to the points. I think we were losing a lot of it there. Yeah. Well, good. I feel like that's a step in the right direction anyways, don't you?
Yeah. It definitely wasn't in the wrong direction.
I know we got another coil around here. We only have one. You seen that other one anywhere? I thought
over
it was
by the breaker box, I think. I'll go check. I know if it's good, I don't know, but it looks better.
Yeah. Say positive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this come off that old shorty Volkswagen. It come off some Volkswagen.
Well, surely it's good, or we wouldn't have kept it.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well, at least maybe it was questionable, anyways.
Yeah. There we go. A little bit snugger fit.
Well, it's not factory, so
Yeah. More paint on it.
could be it too.
I definitely think this is going to get us closer in the direction we're wanting to go.
Either one, well, one of three things. Either it's going to get us closer, it's going to get us further, or it's going to be exactly the same. So.
Good thing about these old vehicles, they got fender wells to help hold all your extra
Yeah.
bolts and tools.
Yeah.
Well, get that hooked back up. Try it again. Well, give her another little drink, I guess. Prepare to see what her voice sounds like. Here we go.
Alrighty.
Ready?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Battery.
Oh, battery. Okay.
Huh.
That's still the same. I wonder if we're hitting in like the dead one. You know, the one that we should skip, because it doesn't sound like it's
Oh, yeah.
not even a lick.
Talking
on it.
about on the distributor
Yeah.
here? Yeah, we could rotate them again.
Go one more that way. I mean, sooner or later, if that's it, we'll
Yeah.
have to.
We can try it. So you say move them this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on that, I see what you're saying. If it's on that in between,
Yeah, it'll be a dead one. I mean, a sparkless one. I guess it would be.
yeah. Oh, almost sparkless. Like I said, I hope we didn't keep a coil that was no good. So we got, everything's connected. Huh. Guess I'll give it another shot. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm gonna give it a little gas, just a sec. Okay.
Uh-oh. Just trying, ain't it?
Yeah.
Think we're in the vicinity anyways.
Yep. I'll give it more gas here.
Ready?
All right, you ready?
Come on.
Whoop. Come on.
It's loud.
Yeah.
Sounds like a tractor. Sounds pretty good,
Yeah.
don't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds really good. I mean, for that wire was in it. but it's
Everything
not-
look all right?
Yeah, like I said, other than a few wires, we're kind of getting close there, but
It sounds pretty good. I don't hear no kind of
Knock or
knocks.
clatter.
I mean, it smoked a little bit, but that's probably just that oil we put down in there to try to break
Right.
it free.
right.
Well, that's exciting. So I guess we were fighting bad
The coil.
coil, bad firing order. I mean, our firing order was right. We just weren't landing on the right spot on
Right.
the distributor cap, I guess.
Luckily, it was just a 4-cylinder though, and we
Yeah.
wasn't chasing 8 of them.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Well, I think we know what point's next. Get our little gas tank and try to gravity feed it down to it. I don't even think I want to try to get the fuel pump. We'll just
Right.
hook right into that, or heck, we might be able to if we can get to it. Yeah, it looks like the fuel pump's right there. Just hook
Just go
into
straight
that
to
fuel
fuel
pump
pump.
with a little tank, and we'll set it up there on the
Set it anywhere.
Yeah.
You set it right over yonder.
Yeah.
If the pump's working.
Yeah. Get a little water in it, find a cap to put on it. I just want to kind of hear it run, see if it'll idle on its own
Right.
without having to pour some gas in it.
Yep. I
Cool.
bet it will. I mean, I wasn't putting much gas with it whenever I was just kind of letting it drip in there, and it was,
Yeah.
as long as the jets open, it's do like they need to do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go get the gas tank and see what we can do.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Here's the tank, and I found this in case we have to gravity feed. Maybe we can, maybe it'll
Oh,
fit
yeah.
that carburetor.
Yeah. Yeah, great minds must think alike, because I was thinking the same thing. I was looking down at that fuel pump, and that old filter looks like it's got a lot of trash. It's got a glass filter, you know, where you can
Right.
see it. It looks pretty red. I'm sure there's a bunch of dirt and rust and stuff.
Yeah, and everything else that can be in there.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be handy to keep around.
Right, yeah. I don't know if they're
If
all the
it'll-
same, but
yeah, if it'll thread in there.
worth a try. I mean, I'll loosen it and see what it does.
I wish there was some place inside here where we could still gravity feed it under the hood, you know, but
Yeah, might be able to.
might be able to set it up there or something.
Yeah, right there, I bet. Let's move this breather. My luck, it's not going to fit though.
Dry as a bone. It looks the same. I think most of them are probably that close.
You would think so when you go to the
I'll just keep threading it in there until it
cross threader.
has to work.
Most of the time when you go to the parts store, you can get a gas line. They'll all have the same end on them, either metric or standard.
Yeah, that should work. Think there's any certain way I should point it? Should
Yeah,
they
let's
find-
try it here. Yeah, like
Just
that.
that way?
Yeah, I think so.
I ain't even tried this linkage yet. Yeah.
I can need a hose clamp. While you're doing that, I'm gonna see if I can find a hose clamp.
Alright, this whole linkage just kinda froze up. I'll have to make work with it some. Find some WD-40. You know where any WD-40s are?
Over by
Oh, there
the-
it is.
That was a quick find.
You can tell which way this thing's supposed to work. Tell it ain't been moved in a while. It might idle, but it ain't gonna want to rev with that stuff froze up. Oh, there it goes. Cool. Well, when it broke free.
It broke free.
Yeah. I'm brand new now.
Borrow your screwdriver.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You're gonna bet that old float's gonna be hung on it.
Oh yeah, If it's a way it can, I'm sure it is. Let me lift it up and see.
Yeah. I have to pull that cap off so it can get some air.
It'll either be down or up.
I don't think it's taking any in. Oh, I hear it. I think I do. I think I'm just going to try to put a little bit in it, see if it'll crank, and then
Let's see if
see
it'll.
what it does. Take it just a little bit to fill that bowl up. Ready?
I think so.
Here we go. Come on, girl.
It's gonna idle. Oh, I thought it was.
Spoke too soon. I couldn't figure out which. I've been playing with that linkage and I still couldn't figure it out. I don't think it's getting gas from that yet. So that'd be very. Or it's coming out somewhere
Oh
though,
yeah,
ain't
I
it?
see it coming out there somewhere. Out the bottom there somewhere.
Try it again.
Okay.
Keep being too slow at it. It's just running off what I'm putting in it though. Just would like to at least hear it rev up though.
I might be able to handle it.
Maybe it is. Getting gas from somewhere.
Yeah.
Has to be that. Let's see if it'll idle. Crazy.
Yeah.
Thought it might need to be choked a little bit, but. Huh. Well, that went easier than I expected.
It's still flooding it a little
Still
bit.
flooding,
Yeah.
ain't it? Something's hung on it. Let me turn that key off.
Okay. Move this for just a second.
Yeah, that float must be hung, or it could be. I can't really tell where it's coming from.
There's a. Yeah, thought I seen something there, but it's just a stick. That's where it's coming from. It's coming right off the bottom of that.
The bowl there?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull that that bowl off there and just get that float where it's unstuck. Because it's just pumping it, or not pumping, but you know,
Yeah, it's just flooding it.
letting that gas just flood out everywhere. I'm surprised it's just running and idling as well as it is. I don't know if we'll have to pull it off. We might be able to, the way that thing's designed, might be able to just pull that off right there and
Yeah. Just
get it
force
cleaned
it.
up. And I think once we get that cleaned up, I mean, heck, it's already idling. As long as we ain't dumping gas all over a hot motor,
Right.
I'll feel a lot better. We'll get that pulled off and try to put it in gear and see if she moves around.
I just got paid $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on. If pop a bottle about to make it rain, let me give you something now to celebrate. Come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do, I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good, good, good.
So now that we got the issue addressed with the float sticking in the carburetor, it doesn't seem to be flooding out gas everywhere like it was before. We definitely don't want this thing dumping a whole lot of gas on this motor, especially when it's had all this stuff that's been sitting on it over time, all this debris, grass that animals has put in there as well. So now we've got that fixed. Went ahead and put a little water in the radiator. Seems to hold up pretty good right now. We're just going to try to turn it over, see if it'll idle on its own. Maybe we can get some air in these tires and just see if she'll move. Here we go, you ready?
Ready?
Uh-oh, come on. Well, she's running, ain't she? Water pump's leaking in. Yeah. Sounds pretty good, don't it? Feel it. Well, you can tell that choke's working.
Yeah.
Kind of revved up a little bit, ain't it?
Yep.
Should be able to open it up. Yeah, I hate knowing that water pump's leaking.
Yep.
Got a bad hose there too, though, so. Well, I think it's running well enough, though. We can top off the water and limp it to the shop or whatever we want to make it down the road
Limp
on
it
its
somewhere,
first little
yeah.
voyage anyways, huh?
Yep. I've seen you limp off in a lot rougher.
Yeah. And it's crazy how well that thing, though, that carburetor, had stuff all up inside there, and basically we just pull off the bowl and get
Yeah.
a float unstuck, and it idles and revs, and try to
Yeah.
do that with something, a vehicle nowadays, and
Yeah.
see how well that works for you.
Yep.
You can sit a week and work on it for years trying to figure out what went wrong with the electronics.
Yep. All that computer stuff just
Yeah.
it tries to adjust everything for you and usually doesn't work to your advantage.
Yeah. Well, let's get some air in these tires if they will. I know when we picked it up, a couple of them did. I think that back one back there, we may have to
Yeah.
switch it out, but get some air in the tires, see if it'll go in gear, make sure the clutch is good, and start trying to go mudding in it, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show, better take your seats. It's been a while, but I'm back on top. To the world is mine, I don't plan to stop. It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room, we're gonna all night. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the knockdown, drag out, stand up, get loud? This is how we get down. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet, get on out the door, take it to the streets. Turn up the heat, we're working up the sweat, yeah. I'll show you something that you won't forget, It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room, we're gonna all night. Are you ready? Are you ready?
That would have went a lot easier if we'd have known that they were backwards threaded.
Yeah. Well, you can't ever be too sure. At least we
No.
got them all. So you never know which ones. I guess a lot of them older vehicles, they did them like that. But we got it switched out anyway, so I guess that's all that matters. And didn't even break nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, I guess we're at that point of trying to see if the clutch will engage or do anything.
All right. See if she'll make a move.
Yeah.
Bust a move. Well, we don't
I'll
want to
try
bust
to.
anything.
I'll try to crank it back up and I guess just make way. Like I said, I know we ain't gonna have no brakes, but if we at least have a clutch where I can see if she'll move, we're doing all the good. Oh no, you may have to prime it.
You want to try it first or you want me to give it a shot?
I'll just go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay.
A little bit of a pedal. You ready?
Yeah.
Fired right up. Stay clear. Went in gear.
Got forward.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had reverse. I guess it was just rolling.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we can at least go frontwards and backwards. We may not be able to go fast, but
Yeah. Got first and reverse. The clutch pedal didn't feel too strong. Boy, we're leaking water out of that
Yep.
water pump, ain't we?
yeah, it's probably got a good puddle underneath.
Well, you want to see if we can take her for a victory run?
You got to.
Go ahead and top that water off and cruise her down the road and see what kind of looks we can get, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab a little bit more water we can put in this. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I'm gonna set this over there.
Careful who you cross, careful who you test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. 'Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. Careful, I'm a lion, don't test my pride. Standing like a mountain, looking the devil right in his eyes. Oh, how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a
Here we go, I guess. First. And get over how well she's idling. No brakes. Come on, girl. Need some power steering.
Here we go.
Get her outside and get some daylight on her. Let her sunbathe a little bit. Can't get over how well it's idling and running. No brakes and a hill never as fun. Come on, girl. You have to move a bunch of junk around. Got it?
You got it.
Guess we should have thought about that before we started. Running pretty good.
Yeah. Out a little high, but
Yeah, I think just that choke.
Yeah.
Ain't got no brakes. Scared to try that emergency brake.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we won't have to, but if we have to, we can try it. Better than nothing.
Yeah. Doing pretty good,
Real
huh?
good. Yeah, real good.
I'll try that brake. Feels like it might work. As long as they'll unlock. Here we go. Need some power steering, that's for sure.
And some air conditioner.
Yeah. Can't believe these old tires are actually holding there.
Yeah. Holding some air.
Yeah.
But
It's a low geared little booger.
yeah. Yeah. But most of your old 4-wheel drives were.
Yeah.
They had a purpose.
Busy road today. Come on, girl. Doing pretty good, ain't
Yeah,
she?
yeah, doing really good. Doesn't seem like she's been off the road for 40 years.
A little sputtering.
Yeah.
Slow down, son. See if we can make it on in here.
Yeah, I bet we can make it on in here.
Give her a good victory bath, huh? Come on, girl. You got it. They always die right in spot. Well, she's still running, ain't she? Oh, there she is. Cool. We made it. Life is full of blessings. Most can go unregarded, unnoticed, and unappreciated in this fast-paced world we call life. We often battle with things, feeling like we've been abandoned, neglected, no hope, much like this here Scout. To a lot of people, this old girl had no hope, no future, and was a lost cause. I was once the same, till Jesus came and He made me new again. Old things began to pass away, and newer, greater things were in store for my life. My life, well, it was no longer wasting away. I had placed it in the hands of restoration. I guess what I'm trying to say is where there looks to be no hope, no future, there's always room for second chances. It's never too late to turn around, never too late to go the other direction, or heck, even start over. A lot of things happen in this old life. Some good, some bad, but all of it meaningful. You may feel like there's things in your life that, well, are just completely unfixable. But it's never too late to be restored.